Welcome to Workplace English. Today, we'll learn 5 phrases used in SAP Business Analyst interviews.
Watch our previous video to understand how SAP Business Analyst interviews work.
Let's dive into our first phrase. I would start by understanding the business requirement. I would start by understanding the business requirement.
So what does this actually mean? Well, a business requirement is basically the specific goal a company wants to achieve before they even implement a system like SAP. By leading with this phrase, you're showing your interviewer that before you even think about touching the software, you actually care about what the company needs to get done.
Imagine a user asks you for a brand new SAP report. Now, instead of just building it right away, a great analyst will ask why they need it. You have to uncover the true requirement behind the request. And that's exactly why you say, I would start by understanding the business requirement.
Moving right along, here is our second phrase. I would document the process before proposing changes. I would document the process before proposing changes. To document the process simply means writing down exactly how a task is currently being done, step by step. Think of it kind of like looking at a map. You really have to figure out where you're standing right now before you can chart a path to your destination. For instance, if employees are processing their invoices manually, you need to document every single physical step they take. You only suggest an automated SAP process after you fully understand that current manual reality. So always assure the interviewer, I would document the process before proposing changes.
Let's check out our third phrase. I would work closely with stakeholders to validate the solution. I would work closely with stakeholders to validate the solution.
What does it actually mean to validate the solution? Well, it means checking in with the people involved, the ones actually using the system, to make sure your proposed fix really works for them in the real world. You can't just build a system in a vacuum and walk away, right?
Picture this. You configure some new financial rules in your SAP system. Before you just go live with it, you set up a safe test environment and have the finance team test drive it. Their confirmation that it works is your validation. To show you value this teamwork, you say, I would work closely with stakeholders to validate the solution. Now for phrase number 4, which is absolutely crucial for problem solving, I would identify the root cause before recommending improvements. I would identify the root cause before recommending improvements. The root cause is the fundamental, core reason why a problem is happening in the very first place. When you use this phrase, you're making it clear that you want to cure the underlying disease, not just slap a Band-Aid on the symptoms. As an example, treating a symptom might just be clearing a temporary error message off a user's screen. But finding the root cause? That means digging deep to realize an inventory error is happening because the master data is actually flawed, and fixing that first. Make sure your interviewer knows this by stating, I would identify the root cause before recommending improvements.
Finally, we arrive at our 5th phrase. Success should be measured against business objectives. Success should be measured against business objectives.
Business objectives are the main goals and targets the company actually wants to achieve. This phrase is a total powerhouse, honestly, because it proves you understand that fancy technology is totally useless unless it actually helps the company reach those goals. Say the business sets an objective to reduce processing time. You don't just celebrate successfully configuring the SAP workflow, you check and see if the implementation actually achieved that time reduction. You really prove your worth when you say, success should be measured against business objectives.
Watch the previous video to hear these concepts discussed in real situations.